Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So on this Monday, we're going to do a daily reading. If you're new to the channel, my name is Virginia, and I do a daily reading Monday through Friday, and then we sprinkle in some pick a card readings so we can kind of personalize readings for you. If you have any questions or anything that's really been nagging at you and you'd like to get some information, leave me a question or something you'd like to see a reading around in the chat. I'd really love to do something like that. It could inspire the next pick a card reading, or I could add it to one of our daily messages. So I've been off for about a week. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. I just have felt like I needed to take a step back. My energy is, I'm very tired right now, and my energy has been somewhat low. I feel like there's a lot of energy going on in the planet. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do a reading today is that I felt very strongly that there is a lot going on this week with the summer solstice. We have that on June 21st. We had a really big, there's just so many planetary shifts, but it's not that. I feel almost like a rumbling from the earth all the time. I'm drawn to all of this purple energy, like clear energy and purple energy for the last 2 weeks. So clear quartz and amethyst and things like that, because it's almost like I want to amplify the awareness of the information that's coming in, because that's what I feel like. I feel like we're in this space, is what I'm going to call it, between worlds. So last week I kind of felt like I was just kind of floating around in space and nothing was really making sense, meaning that, you know, I just didn't feel attached to a lot of things. Nothing was necessarily wrong. And so I'm really interested to see what we're going to find here with the cards today. So I'm giving it a quick shuffle and asking, what is the information that we need right now for the collective and the energy here? Okay, so the two things, we got it kind of in two stacks here. So we have five. First of all, we have the King of Swords. And swords is around the communication and information that's coming in. The king is usually somebody who is in charge and knows the power of his own words. So I feel like on some level there is, I know we had this big parade here in the United States that was, there was a lot going on. It was like, depending on what side of the president that you're on, you saw it in a different way. And that's part of what I've been feeling a lot with the information that's coming in. It's like we're half the country, or part of the country is seeing things one way and part of the country is seeing things in another way. And we have the Tower card and the Ace of Swords. So what I feel like from this right here is this might be reflecting a little bit about what has just been going on here. We have the Tower card, which is showing this massive shakeups. The Tower comes out when change is needed. It's time, nothing you can do about it. It's inevitable, and it's kind of like the crumbling of everything. Right now, we have the Tower in between like new information and what I feel like is the patriarchal kind of masculine information. And this kind of represents, to me, Donald Trump kind of, and it feels like, because it was this whole thing about no King's Day, and you see this like little gremlin right here holding on to the world. I feel like there's going to be a major shift. Like we're going to see or hear some news. There's going to be a big shakeup. And somewhere I feel like that could be possible. I don't usually do political readings, and I don't feel like this one is, but I feel like there is something having to do with here and the world and getting information, and it has something to do with our president here. Something is being kind of illuminated, knocked off balance here. Maybe a complete like falling apart of something that we didn't expect, although kind of in the background we sort of expect it, but it just kind of comes out of nowhere with the way it comes. So it's brand new information coming in about that. Now we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is typically around, you know, taking a look at where you're putting your money, taking a look at where you're putting your resources. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which is keeping you up all night. So I was wanting to do a reading today because I was feeling like something was coming. I almost feel like a rumbling all the time in the earth. So it almost feels like right now there is something to do with finances or the stability of our resources. And it's something that doesn't feel so good about that, right? That keeps you kind of up at night worrying about, oh my gosh. And it kind of feel like this is all about communication coming in. Communication, communication, communication. This is a great shakeup, and this is all about like stability and our resources or our finances, and how it is that it's like we have to look at it. And it feels like with this little drop of blood here, so in this card, you know, it's like they're testing something to see how far you can go, what you need to do to make, you know, finding out how these resources, like when you test your resources to find out how secure they are. And this kind of looks like what it's saying is that it's not necessarily a good, we're not going to hear good news. That's what this is. And this is something that could possibly keep us worried about how things are moving forward. So very interested to see how this day is going. I am doing this reading in the evening before this Monday. So I'm getting it out in the evening before because I have clients first thing in the morning. And yeah, I wanted to get this out the night before for this morning. So I'll be interested to see how this day goes and what this tower is going to really represent for us, because I feel like something is really I feel like someone is falling off their pedestal. That's what I feel like. And this little gremlin here that's holding the world, I feel like there's like a new play, like we're going to see something or we're going to hear something about some deviant behavior that's happening. It's really going to change, and we're all going to understand something in a new way. And I think that's going to lead us to really be taking a look at our resources and what is the state of our resources. So thank you so much for being here at the Art of the Oracle. I hope you have a really beautiful day, and until tomorrow, hold on to your hat, and let's hope that it is something very gentle and just kind of like a gentle nudge that is creating a little bit of a you know, shake up, so we can become more aware of what's going on. We know that there's a lot of things that aren't really working in the world, and they need to shift, and that's what this tower is representing, is a major shift. So until tomorrow, have an amazing day. Bye now.